Hello everyone, so today's video is a comparison between these two Volkswagen ID bus castings. The one on my left is the Mini GT version, and the one on my right is a Hot Wheels mainline version. Now the Hot Wheels mainline is obviously a bit stylized. This is the Volkswagen ID bus bomb. It's true to Hot Wheels. The brand identity is a lot more stylized, and it has the surfboards and so on. So yeah, obviously the price point is pretty different. For the Hot Wheels it's 4 Singapore dollars, for Mini GT is around 20 Singapore dollars. So the price difference is 5 times in terms of the price more expensive for the Mini GT. But I think these two it will be a good comparison. So let's get into the comparison, starting with the bottom of the castings. So as you can see, for Mini GT, this is what you get. It's a metal base, pretty nice, not much detail. Whereas for the Hot Wheels, you also don't get much detail, and it is a plastic base. So 2026 copyright date, ID Bus Bomb, made in Malaysia. So that's for the base. Now just looking at the castings themselves, the size of the castings is the first thing that you'll notice. Is that the Mini GT on the left, this is true to 1/64 scale, and so it's therefore slightly bigger than the one than the Hot Wheels, because Hot Wheels is more scaled to the package, for bigger vehicle it will tend to be smaller than 1/64, and for smaller vehicle it will tend to be bigger than 1/64. So yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in size, and obviously the bigger casting is better in this comparison. Now just looking at the other parts of the castings, the wheels again, I think the Hot Wheels wheels over here are not very nice. I think they're quite ugly actually, and obviously the Mini GT's wheels, these are very nice with the Volkswagen logo in the middle of the wheels as well. So the win definitely for the side goes to the Volkswagen, because of the just how nice the wheels look. Obviously rubber tires as well. And let's just look at other parts, right? So for Hot Wheels, you can tell that because it's just 4 Singapore dollars, they went with a plastic. So all the purple portions are plastic all around the vehicle, right? So definitely this casting is lightweight, and it feels slightly cheaper. Only the white portion is metal, whereas for the Mini GT the whole thing is metal, right? So definitely more weight to it, and definitely a win for this as well. For the Bus Bomb, it's a stylized version, right? So Hot Wheels, they did this interesting deco over here, some flowers, and it's just it's Hot Wheels, right? It's interesting. But if you are into realistic castings, then this might not be something that you would appreciate. I know that Hot Wheels did a normal version for the ID bus as well, but this is the version that I have. So that's why I'm doing this comparison using these two vehicles. Now for the side view mirrors, you can see that the Mini GT, it uses a black rubber for the side mirrors, whereas for the Hot Wheels it's just again the white metal sticking out. Less realistic for the Hot Wheels, but for the Mini GT it's much more realistic, but a bit more fragile for the side view mirrors. Now for the front of the castings, the difference is definitely quite obvious. The headlights is tempo on for the Hot Wheels, whereas for the Mini GT it is inserted details. So definitely inserted details are much nicer. For the grills, actually Hot Wheels is not too bad, right? There's the break in the material, in the plastic, right? It's a different plastic, so it definitely has a bit more interest, but I think it's more realistic on the Mini GT nevertheless. For the interior, you can see for the Hot Wheels, it's interesting. It has a blue, the windscreen is actually slightly bluish, which I think it's fine. Not too realistic, but looks pretty cool, I guess. But for the Mini GT, this is much more realistic, right? It's just a clear window that you can look through. And now let's move on to the back of the castings. Now the back is where I think the Mini GT clearly wins, just a whole ton more details, whereas the Hot Wheels just has part of the interior piece, or I think part of the surfboard, this plastic piece that extends to the back for the tail lights. I mean, it looks fine, to be honest, for the Hot Wheels, but if you compare it against the Mini GT, then it pales in comparison, right? So now finally, let's look at the top. So for the Mini GT, this is these just standard nice roof with the gaps, and just really nice, realistic. And whereas for the Hot Wheels, what you get is you get some surfboards at the top, which to be honest don't look too realistic, but that's what you get with Hot Wheels. I think it's quite cool. It definitely has personality, right? This Hot Wheels casting, whereas Mini GT is definitely a collector's model that you want if you want a very realistic casting. So that's that. In terms of the playability, I think the Hot Wheels is more free rolling, and whereas the Mini GT definitely it is also very free rolling. So I'm not sure if it's just because of my particular example, but this one is really nice for reeling as well. So I think in terms of the stance, it's fairly similar, but again the Mini GT is more realistic, right? The size of the wheels relative to the body, it's just much nicer. So let me know what you guys think, right? I think the Mini GT here is clearly the winner, but it costs 5 times the price. So yeah, so that's something that you have to keep in mind. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. See you guys in the next video.